Sato entrusts Tsukasa with being the point of contact while she goes to search for Yuza Minakuchi. Well, it doesn't seem like she finds him. Although, this looks like this is at the point of contact, so maybe she does. And maybe that's when he talks with them after that. I met with Yuza and told him what I'd heard from Tsuyu, and that was quick. And Mrs. Shiki, that we needed him to come to the community hall to lift the curse of the raging waves. But after that, I headed somewhere else, this time for my own purposes. Huh. I don't really know where she would have wanted to head. I'm going to the lighthouse, though. Oh? Oh, there they are. Oh, she was ready for them. I can't, back out, so... If this was the wrong decision, then I goofed. But we can, we can go back. The lighthouse is such an amazing thing. One single beam of light can guide so many ships. Back in the day, if you wanted to sail at night, you waited for clear, starry skies, or lit bonfires along the shore. It was a lot of work. There's a small lookout plaza in front of the lighthouse where you can see the sea, probably meant for tourists. Come to think of it, I've never really come here all that much. Did we ever get the phone call? Because if, obviously the massacre is not going to happen. Okay, let's think about what I need to do now. These two have a special box called a Tamatabako. I need to get it from them, no matter what. I have to find a way to convince them to hand it over. This is the only chance I'm going to get. I'll share what I know bit by bit to hook their interest and negotiate from there. Really not sure I can pull this off, but I have to try. How do we know that they have it? They must have their own reasons for finding the Tamatabako. If I can get them to give that up, maybe they'll hand it over to me without too much fuss. What's the best way to approach this? Obviously, finding the place I should have gone first. Yeah, I can only call out. Yo, what up? Excuse me. You rang. Yes, could I speak with you for a moment? Permission granted. I know you don't know me, but I love the interruption. I just wanted to look at it, though. Oh, thank you. Oh, don't mind me. Him. He's always gets a little carried away. Right. So you're Avi, an author, and Cersei here is your guide? Indeed. Great to meet you, Sato. I've actually heard talk about you around the island. Technically, well, the Curse Stone was not where we got more information on Sato. We got kind of a history lesson just from our notes, but it wasn't specifically the Curse Stone. Otherwise, I was going to say, technically speaking, I think Avi and Cersei should know her in some fashion. I've actually heard talk about you around the island. Oh, really? It would seem we've become quite famous in these parts. I'd say we're more on an infamous side, but sure. I don't like how close we are to the back of our head. They must have their own reasons. Now that I think about it, this is my first time meeting someone from overseas. They do feel different somehow, but I can't quite put it into words. Well, he's an eccentric, so that might be it. Wow, her blonde hair is so beautiful. I've never seen it in person before. And her outfit also looks so unusual. Maybe it's traditional clothing from her country. No, she's also just an eccentric. Hello. Oh, hello. That's interesting. I sense something peculiar about you. Huh? Do you? It's definitely strange, but I can't quite put my fingers on it. Are you really human? God, okay. I think so. Hey now, Cersei, that's an awfully rude thing to say to someone. Do forgive her, she still doesn't quite know how to start a conversation. No, it's fine. Oh, that's, bad. She doesn't even have vision eyes. Sorry. No, really, it's fine. I heard you were searching for a mermaid, is that true? Oh, tell me, young lady, do you perchance know of a mermaid? Because if so, you must tell. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know anything about any specific mermaids. Well, he's so dejected. Oh, please don't look so disappointed, I feel bad now. You see, I'm rather interested in mermaids, so I was hoping I could ask you a little more than, more about them. Now you look both disappointed and annoyed. Did I say something wrong? Well, the last person who asked the same thing nearly cursed us to death. What? Indeed, the people on this island are nothing but trouble. I've had enough of it. You're the same, aren't you? You're just after immortality like everyone else. Admit it. Well, I need to steer the conversation towards the Tamatabako. What should I say? Is she after, like, does she want to live longer again? Admit if it's true. Yes, I must become immortal. Everything depends on it. If you know anything, I sincerely ask you to help me. To tell me. Ha! There it is. Your true colors. I knew it. You think I'd just hand over the Tamatabako I struggled so hard to obtain? Well, he said it. Tamatabako? Now I'm gonna act dumb. Oh, so you really have the Tamatabako? Huh? What's that? I've never heard of this Tamatabako. But you just said you wouldn't hand it over to me. No. You're mishearing things. Young lady, I have no idea of what you speak. Please, I really need it. Basically the same thing. Also, young lady, our research has made one thing clear. Trying to meet a mermaid in this place is futile. You see, that's why we decided to give up on the Ise Bay mermaids. Take in the sights of Kameshima and head home. There are mermaid legends scattered all across the world. We have all the time in the world to begin the search anew. Oh, so it really is that hopeless. Plus, we can't linger on this island much longer anyway. Circe's condition and duties are also starting to be an issue, you see. So we must be taking our leave here. Hold on. They left. Damn, that was no good. Should I have denied? Bad end. I mean, we can definitely try it again, resume. Actually, we're gonna restart. End it with Avi in possession of the Tamatabako. I guess the most important thing, actually, maybe the reason why these chapters are the way they are is just because it is such a, divergence that's going to matter in the end. So, like, right here, it tells us Kikuko has been subdued. So, whatever the actual ending entails is going to have some kind of change. Presumably, we do not want Avi to have the box. Because that's basically us failing. But I'll go to Minakuchi's residence. Maybe we can give him the mermaid scale. Maybe there's a sticker here. Hello, is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one is here. It's an altar shelf. Buddhist objects and keepsakes are neatly arranged on it. It also has something Tsuyu once showed me. Here it is. There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. It really is just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Maybe us having that information is helpful, though. Calendar handed out by the local association. There's one at the Wakamura's place, too. This one's still showing last month, though. There's a circle around the day that marks the day Yuza came home. She must have really been looking forward to it. A built-in cupboard fitted snug against the wall. You can tell it's been here a long time. These kinds of cupboards help the room feel less cramped. I was so impressed the first time I saw one. Modern design sure is smart. The inside, though, is a bit messy. Tsuyu tends to toss anything in here to get it out of the way. Like a sticker, perhaps? Stuff. Stickers in the stuff? All sorts of things are scattered on the floor here. Even with this much storage, people still leave things lying about. Guess some things never change. This chest of drawers is mostly just Tsuyu's clothes. I've helped put away the laundry, so I have a rough idea what goes where, but there's still her personal things, so I shouldn't open it while she isn't here. I visited this room so many times while helping look after Suyu. The owner's away, but people on this island don't usually lock up all that tightly. I'd also been asked to come while they were out to help with chores, so by now I know the place well. A household shrine for the sea god. Almost every home around here has one. Before heading out to sea, everyone always stops to pray here first. Once they come back safe, they pay respect again to give thanks. Sliding glass door that leads out to an outdoor spot to dry laundry. Doesn't get much sun though. Don't think there's much else for us then. Table! There's a sticker underneath it. It's a table. One of those really low tables that's perfect for flipping over. I know because I see it on TV all the time. But with nothing on it, there's not much point in flipping it over, is there? Unless if there's a sticker underneath it. Damn. I kind of thought that was maybe inviting me to do it. I got excited. This is the Minakuchi family's altar. There are memorial tablets for Suyu's husband, her son Tosuke, and her daughter-in-law Mare here. I'm sure she never expected they'd all go before her. It must have been hard to deal with. Don't think there's much else. Think about it. Okay, I'm here. Might have just been light. A light with a wooden frame. Looks like the design evolved from those old lamps with paper shades. I'm glad the older look still turns up here and there. That doesn't help me at all. Any sticker on the rafters? Oh, hell yeah, I almost missed you. Oh, what's this? Hell yeah, we're missing 2, baby. We're on a roll. Tootin' tile. Really the only reason I came here, but I do wonder if, being aware of the scale might help. So before I say anything, I should go over the plan in my head one more time. Okay, that doesn't really help. Right, I have to find a way to convince him to hand it over. Have to try. Deny. No, not at all. You've got it all wrong. Oh, then why are you after mermaids? Well, I want to thank one. Would be a really good hook. You see, I want to find a mermaid because I need to thank them. Oh, fascinating. Yeah, that's absolutely the hook. Don't tell me, you were once saved by one in the past? No, not quite. Then what do you need to thank one for? I'm sorry, I made that up. Oh, I just wanted to find and meet one, that's all. Lying's not a good look. Oh, so that's your only reason. So do mermaids really exist? Haha, as it happens, 400 years ago, there was an island near here called Ise-Shima. There are legends that tell of 3 mermaids who lived here, Hayashi, Sobe, and Nagame. Oh, so there were 3. But sadly, even after all our painstaking research, we've confirmed that meeting any of the 3 is now hopeless. What? No way! So my advice on meeting mermaids is this, and this alone. It's time to give up, unless you happen to know things we don't, of course. Oh, I see. You see, that's why we decided to give up on the Ise Bay Mermaid this is the same thing. Ise Bay Mermaids. Take in the sights and head home. There are mermaid legends scattered all across the world. We have all the time in the world to begin the search anew. Oh, so it really is that hopeless. Plus, we can't linger on this island much longer anyway. Cersei's condition. Hold on. Bad end. Damn it. To be fair, I thought lying would have been a good option. Alright, start from Lighthouse. Think things too. I'm bad at this. Alright, talk. Deny. I just want to meet one. Well, if mermaids are real, then I just want to meet one, even if it's just once. Oh ho, I see. Chasing the legend, are we? I must say I have a soft spot for ambitions like that. And excuse me, that was right. I'm glad to hear that. So did you manage to find any? As it happens, there are legends that tell of 3 mermaids who lived here. But sadly, even after all our painstaking research, we've confirmed that meeting any of the 3 are now hopeless. So my advice on meeting a mermaid is this. This is the same. Unless if we need to, trigger Cersei seeing that we're weird. I mean, I'm gonna try again. Think about it. What if I just try to steal it from the bag? Do you think... Sorry, and then that doesn't let us do anything. Deny. No, not at all. I've got it all wrong. But, I mean, steering... Admitting it steered the conversation in the right way. If I say I want to thank one, Cersei might assume that that means we are weird. It's really looking the same. The only other thing I can think of, which we maybe just don't have options right now, is trying to accept that we are going after immortality. Because when we say that, they do bring up the mermaid flesh. We have the I'm gonna talk to Cersei though. We do know about, or we acknowledge the scale, which isn't like flesh, but maybe it means something. Admit it. True colors. Obviously brought it up. I guess this. The please, I need it. Please, I need it no matter what. I forgot there was another dialogue option here. Oh, look at the fire in those eyes. Looks like there's more to this. Very well, tell me your tale. If it rouses my spirit as an author... Alright, so it was really just becoming truthful. I just forgot there was an option here. Then it might just be pursued it to hand the box over. Persuade it. Really? Alright, let me explain. Yeah, tell the truth then. No secrets. I'll tell you, but... You have to promise that you won't tell anyone else about this. Of course, I swear it. My lips are sealed tighter than a well-corked bottle. Is that supposed to be reassuring? What was the option I said before instead of I need it? Don't worry, we won't go breaking any promises. Alright then, where do I even start? The truth is, I'm what is known as a 800-year immortal. I'm already immortal. Huh? What? Is that all true? Wait, are you trying to say that you're that Osato from Kasawa, the real one? Ah, yes, that's probably me. Whoa, so that's why you're doing all this. Wait, no way, are you being serious? Yes, completely serious, which is why I need that Tamatabako, no matter what. You realize what you're saying is crazy, right? Anyone else would be dead against it. Please, all I need is that Tamatabako. Avi, what do you think? Are you sure you're alright with this? I can hardly call it sane. Yes, this is what I want more than anything. Very well, in that case. Amazing, such stunning spirit. I'll be happy to support that resolve, even if I stand alone. This must be the reason I found the Tamatabako in the first place. Here, take this. Oh, thank you so much. Got it. Now that we know the situation, it only makes sense for you to have it. You should have just said so sooner. Admittedly, I did try to be honest the first time when I said that, like, to admit it. The second option was where I screwed up. And then that just made me go into a downward spiral of being wrong a bunch of times. That said, I would also like to know how things turn out, so be sure to let us know, okay? Of course, I won't forget this kindness as long as I live. Ha! Think nothing of it. Well, that does mean that I should apologize to you, Cersei, after all that trouble we went through to get it. Well, you seem enthused enough by this turn of events. If you're happy with your choice, I don't mind. Also, as I'm sure you already know, you'll still need mermaid flesh. I know, I'll figure something out. Oh? So you do have a lead on a mermaid? I'm intrigued, but I'll leave it at that for now. One more thing. Carrying the Tamatabako may draw some unsavory types. Be careful. Oh? I don't like the sound of that. Well, we're heading back to the mainland to look for them anyway. Yes, after sightseeing on Kameshima, we were supposed to return post-haste. I see. Well, thank you, and good luck. Oh, and now we go back here. So is it just, does it have to do with the scale then? Or is it something that Sato knows? Hello, is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one is here. And I guess it's all different now because this is a new go at it think. Okay, I'm here. Brutus objects. It also has something Surya once showed me. Here it is. There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. It really is just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs. So what are we looking for then? I can move? Where can I move to? No! Resume. Start from the residence with the box. I didn't think it was gonna be like leave immediately. Family altar. Do we just put it on the table, maybe? Table, one of those really low tables. House shrine. I really don't know what we would be doing here besides grabbing the scale. Especially since Sato seems to know why she's here. Maybe it's a matter of having to get Yuza to be here. And since we don't have that timeline. Because, like, even then, the altar shelf isn't... Also has something Studio once shown me. Here it is. We can look at it multiple times. Strange fish scale. The Mario left behind. I think we might need, like, Yuza to come here. Because, like, you know, you can't take it without permission. But maybe we get permission once we deal with him coming back through. That's my assumption with that anyways. I can see why she would love him. Yamashina. Okay, so yes, she did say Yamashina. I just doubt it myself that it was. So, okay. So it is in fact that she was meeting up with Yoshiatsu Yamashina. But that doesn't change anything else. I just wanted to double check that real quick. Because it's gonna bother me. I'm already bad with names, and I want to make sure I'm not getting things too confused. But again, it's not really him that I think is behind everything. And I honestly, we haven't really discussed it too much with, like, nope, not that one. With the fact that, like, we knew of the phone call, and I think confession would have been where the phone call came from, though, wouldn't it? So I guess we never did get the phone call on as Sato in the split time, because we presumably got interrupted by Azami getting the mirrors and then never went to pick up the phone. But obviously the phone call is not going to do anything because there's no one to do the assassin plan. But we're not really going over the fact that Akoma presumably would have been the person on the phone since they hired an assassin. But, you know, eventually we'll probably play as Arnav again to go and deal with him. But yeah, let's continue on to the sanctuary, my sanctuary. After taking steps to distract Kikuko from her plot to unleash a curse that will cause a mass murder on Kameshima, Yuza asks Azami to retrieve the hand mirrors Kikuko distributed across the island. Shortly after, Yuza is summoned for an audience with Yumeko Shiki. Oh, he's also here. I thought Azami would be, like, off doing something else. Oh, there you are. You're Yuza Minakuchi, correct? That's me. I was told to come here, so here I am. Huh? Were you sent here too, Azami? Who, me? Nah, I was just passing by when I heard about what was going on, so I decided to wait here for you. What did you hear was going on, Azami? Because there's a lot going on right now. I should have. Thanks, Azami. So as I understand it, you're the two brave police officers who were sent out here from Tokyo? To deal with the curse of the raging waves? Brave? I wouldn't go that far. My name is Yumeko Shiki, and this is Soto Kiru. I used to be a mermaid. I mean, never mind, don't worry about that. Pleased to meet you. Am I mistaken, or did the two of you visit Kameshima yesterday as well? Yuza, you weren't involved with that. Did you see them? It almost seemed as if you ran away at the sight of me. So they... I mean, I guess that makes sense. Obviously, they would have known that Yuza was immortal with the bad end. Did I do something to scare you off? Dear me, you noticed us, did you? My apologies. And I guess this would have been after they had the conversation with Sato, where they were like, we know there's another mermaid, not mermaid, another immortal here. I will explain everything shortly. But before I forget, that fellow over there has business with you as well, Yuza. Huh? Yeah. The only fellow that it could have been would have been Wakamura. Mr. Wakamura! He was fairly suspicious of us at first, but it seems we have finally earned his trust. He has kindly agreed to assist us in putting an end to the curse of the raging waves. Wait, really? Really, but tell me, is it true you're already familiar with this curse? That's what your friend here told us. Azami told you? Yeah, more or less. Good, then it seems we're all up to speed. I want to know how Yuza is up to speed, though. Because, like, as far as everything we are aware of is concerned, I don't think we know too much about him being able to time travel from the future. The rays of sunlight beaming down amidst the stifling humidity are accompanied by a chorus of cicadas that somehow intensify the heat. Really chill music. This building is where the neighborhood association meetings are held. Tsukasa must have made the most of her family ties to gain free access to it as a relay station. Apparently Tsukasa's still inside, waiting to handle the communications. Lucky, but it's nice and cool in there, with the air conditioner on. Yuza knows about her family ties? Sounds like we weren't the only ones looking into the curse of the raging waves. Above all, hearing what Gran revealed came as a huge shock, especially to me. To think Mom was a descendant of the survivor of Ise-Shima, and that 5 years ago she tried to break the curse, but failed. I guess I finally understand why Gran just sat back and took all the abuse the other islanders leveled at us. I don't know, I feel like it would have been better to try to say she was trying to save everyone. Even if it led to failure. Just like sitting by and taking it all, it didn't seem like the best idea to me. But whatever, I'm not from the 80s and having to deal with a small island hating your family in some fashion. I mean, family and, you know, she definitely seems to consider Mari part of the family. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I would have been more into attempting to defend her than anything. He's probably working his gray matter into overdrive trying to keep up with everything that's going on. I wish there was time to explain everything properly. Honestly, I barely understand all this myself. Yeah, Yuza, I barely understand it either. Tell me more. That reminds me, any luck with those hand mirrors, Azami? No worries there, I got them all back. All of them? Every last one? You must be the fastest mirror collector in Japan. I knew I could count on you. Thanks, Azami. It doesn't matter. Oh? Are you talking about the mirrors Kikuko Tsutsuo was handing out earlier? Huh? How'd you know? I, realized they were dangerous, so I had Azami collect them all. Really? Does that mean you figured out they were the targets of a curse? Wait, you knew about that? So it was true. What's the deal with these things anyway? I see, so these cursed stones can be used to kill people instantly. But since Kikuko's curse stone was confiscated at the dangerous past? Phew, what a relief. What I want to know is how you found out that Kikuko intended to use those hand mirrors as the targets of her curse to begin with. I also want to know that. About that. I'm not sure he'll believe me, but just the fact that he somehow knows about the future. What? You encountered a Tamakazuki while you were diving and it showed you a vision? Soto is very freaked about this. That's the long and short of it. Any idea what it means? Paranormal encounters are your area of expertise, after all. Did we get that much information already? I have known instances of phenomena capable of instilling memories. However, your experience does not seem to fit with any of them. I wonder why the thing looked like you. That's the strange part in my book. Strangest part. Hold up. You don't think this Tamakazuki could be a kind of curse, do you? It is true that some curses are accompanied by phantoms known as curse echoes. Yet, as the apparition Yuza encountered warned him of impending danger, it seems unlikely to have been the product of a harmful curse. That being said, I am afraid I cannot begin to guess at its true nature. Well, at least that hand mirror curse is dealt with. That's a load off our minds. Right, but we're not done yet. One calamity down, one to go. Oh yeah, I guess we can't relax till the curse of the raging waves is broken too. I'm done talking to you, Azami. I don't really want to talk to you, I'm gonna be honest. Unless if you're gonna apologize. Soto. This man is Mrs. Shiki's assistant. Apparently, he's not officially with the police. Right now, he's just quietly following orders. But for some reason, I get the feeling he's the type who's really scary when they're angry. I don't get that feeling at all from him. Regarding that being you encountered, Yuza, will you call it the Tamakazuki? Well, it does seem to resemble the Tamakazuki featured in the folklore of this region. I suspect it was something else entirely. Why? What are the Tamakazuki anyway? They are both the spirits of Ama divers who were lost beneath the waves in the past, and malevolent spirits born of the fear Ama divers harbor towards accidents at sea. Oh? Shouldn't you be out exercising them then? The latter type of spirit is the most numerous. So long as these fears persist, they will always return. It's like being afraid of spiders, right? However, they do not possess sufficient power to cause real harm. So long as you carry the proper charms, they cannot affect you. Oh, so like actually, they would hurt you if you weren't using those charms. So those Simon and Doman symbols aren't just for show, huh? Indeed, that is why I cannot but wonder what it is you truly encountered down there, because technically I wouldn't have encountered it because I was wearing it. I can't put my fingers on it, but there's something mysterious about this woman, like she might have married a dog or something. And I had no idea there were actually police officers who handled supernatural incidences. To be frank, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you as soon as possible. But I understand you must have questions, so we'll come back to that later. For now, ask me whatever you like. I will. I guess I don't have anything to ask you until I talk to the sore thumb in the room. So, Mr. Wakamura has been trying to end the curse of the raging waves too, huh? Surprised I don't see any stickers. The way that the, like, power lines kind of go in there, it's kind of weird, ain't it? They don't look right. Must be sticker related. Might be blind. I might be blind. Let's just move on. Maybe Wakamura leaves and it's like there's a sticker behind him. So, you found out about the curse of the raging waves then, eh, boy? Yeah, to an extent anyway. I always figured your mother was behind it and that she was descendant from them raiders, but... Wait, really? That's why you blame my mom for the disaster? Well, you had it all wrong. Turns out, she's a descendant of the Ise-Shima Islanders, the victims. Seems you know more than you're letting on. Oh no, that's just what Gran said. See, you knew about this too, eh? Suppose I should have known. But see here, your mother tried to end the curse 5 years ago and failed, didn't she? If that's what brought on the disaster, I wasn't far off after all, was I? Shut up. I mean, like, I guess, but you're just trying to, like, defend your point. But be that as it may, okay. I still owe you an apology for pinning the curse on your mother all this time. Especially seeing as she was the one who found the bronze mirror and held the curse back for us. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. That's nice to hear. Good on you, Mr. Wakamura. At least you can admit when you've made a mistake. When your own instructor comes along and tells you to change your views, what choice do you have? Your own instructor. Instructor? Are you talking about that sorcerer friend of yours? That's right, we discovered the sorcerer's identity. From there, it wasn't too difficult to reach an understanding. That's how we earned this fellow's cooperation as well. You talked to him? Seems I misjudged you. If my instructor says you're the real deal, then I reckon you must be. Wait, so then who is the instructor? That's the question I would like to know. I have a favor I'd like to ask as soon as possible. Okay, well... Tell me about the instructor, but just to be sure now. You do have a way to end the curse of the raging waves, yes? I can trust you on that? Yes, there are still a few points we need to confirm, but it is guaranteed to work. If that's true, then I suppose I won't be needing Unkaku Domano's help anymore. Alright, so Sato's off the hook. Unkaku Dono? I definitely added like a couple of things to that when I said it the first time. You mean to say that Yamashina has known of a way to break the curse all along? Well, you know about Unkaku Dono too, eh? As a matter of fact, just yesterday he told me out of the blue he'd found a way to end it. Said he'd tell me what it was on the condition I brought him Sato Shiranami. Information he got from Ikoma, I have no doubt. He asked for the girl, I see. I guess that also makes sense that... Ikoma would have been the one to give that information. But then why, like... Why push it? If Ikoma gave him the information, and he already has a way of getting Sato, why push another method to get Sato? I guess cover your bases, but... I don't know. It did still sound like he didn't care for him at all. And you're prepared to hand her over? Isn't she a relative of yours? So what if I was? That's got nothing to do with you. If you say so. Did Yumeko have a conversation with Sato in this timeline? I don't think so. In any case, the information Yamashina had for you must be the same as what we have to share. Does it? Must it be the same? Could it have been false? So there's no longer any need for you to betray your own kin. I'll hold you to that. Guess I'll keep talking to you. All the same, I'm not sure. Is something else troubling you? According to you, when Mari Minakuchi failed to break the curse, it brought on the disaster 5 years ago, but... Is that really the truth? What are you getting at? Well, if that still-tied mirror worked as it should, there wouldn't have been no disaster, would there? Yeah, okay. That only leaves one possibility, don't it? That the Raging Waves curse-bearer was stirring up trouble. By curse-bearer, I assume you mean a descendant of the raiders of Ise-Shima? Exactly. If someone of that lineage got anywhere near the Southern Sea, the wrath of the Ise-Shima would churn up those waters into a maelstrom. Anyhow, my instructor swears that's the true cause of the disaster 5 years ago, and I'm inclined to agree. So that's your theory, is it? Now I understand why you suspect Mari Minakuchi's heritage. Though I gather this instructor of yours never actually accused her of being the curse-bearer. True, never was sure on that point. Said we couldn't be certain, given how it'd been 5 years and all. For all things considered, who could blame me for being suspicious of her? No one knew where she came from. I don't wish to doubt your instructor, but I'm not sure how much water this theory holds. Yet we cannot rule it out entirely, given what we know of this sorcerer's powers. So you're skeptical, eh? Not as if you have a better idea, though, is it? Well, you do have a point. The issue remains. If Mari wasn't the curse-bearer, who else could it have been? Well, can't say I figured that out yet, but... Sorry to interrupt, but I have something to say. I don't yet. Yes? Assuming my mom wasn't the Raging Waves curse-bearer, I have a theory. So I've read over the reports of the incident again and again, and there's something I noticed. Oh, and what might that be? Well... okay, well, let's, where would it be? History? Is this a report? Broke out of the sea on the south of Kameshima around 5 years ago, resulting in a maritime accident in which a total of 10 people went missing. 3 fishing vessels that had been set out from Kameshima were suddenly caught in an unanticipated storm and foundered, leaving all but one of the 11 fishermen and Ama divers on board missing. When the ships were later dredged up and searched, not a single body was discovered. The sole survivor was Yuza Minakuchi, who was a middle school student at the time. It says leaving all but one of the 11 fishermen and Ama divers on board missing. Yuza was just a kid that was on board. But it also says sole survivor, which doesn't really add up. He was a middle school student at the time. His parents, Tosuke Minakuchi and Mari Minakuchi, as well as Azami Kumoi's father, Kyokechi Kumoi, was among the victims. Locals in the area reportedly heard an eerie rumble from the sea. List of casualties. Medium-sized fishing vessel Daiichi Kiyoshi Maru foundered. Captain Kyokechi Kumoi and all 5 crew members reported missing. He's like the only other name. Nishikawa? Small-sized fishing vessel Ome Maru foundered. Captain Ukeji Nishikawa and 1 passenger, identity unknown, reported missing. I mean, a passenger that's unknown. Small-sized fishing vessel, Minakuchi. This one had everyone on it. When the boat the Minakuchi family was on was about to sink, Mari put a life buoy on their son. Despite the slim chance of survival in such a dire situation, Yuza was found drifting in the sea. Although he had no external injuries, the shock of the accident had left him in a state of confusion. Accident plunged Kameshima into a state of deep sorrow. Fishermen and Ama divers stopped fishing to mourn. Compose in contrast to the grief of those around him. I don't think any of this is really important. Not long before speculation began of Mare. Even now, 5 years after the incident. So, I guess what are we saying? There's another possible cause. There's another suspect. This isn't the work of a curse. So this is where I'm a little confused on. A curse bearer would be someone that has the curse stone, right? It wouldn't be like I could see the curse of the raging waves getting real pumped up because of one of the pirates being there, and in a way I kind of feel like if Ikoma was going to be anyone, it would have been, I think, the pirate guy that went to look for the I think it was him, right, at the end. That was like close. I think that actually already happened, right? Was it not Kuki? Because he just killed Sumitaka. Seize control of the clan. I thought he like was close to it, and then or was it the vassal that sank with the island? Thus were Ise-Shima in the sacred land, along with Sadamune, sank. Alright, Sadamune was the one that I was thinking, not Kuki. But I really don't know the... I feel like if anything, saying there's another possible cause would be the line of thinking we want to go down. And potentially have an answer to that, but I think I'm going to get this wrong. Namely... Okay. Wait a minute. I mean, obviously they mentioned the report of the incident. So, like, that's where it is. I'm not really on board with this. Okay, so Azami's father... Like, would it be Azami's dad? That seems weird. I don't know if I would agree with that. Because also, like a fishing vessel, they would be out on sea a lot of the time. So if that was enough to make the raging waves pissy, that would be kind of crazy. Omoe Maru. Yukeji Nishikawa. The one passenger that's identity was unknown is kind of like the main suspicious part. But it's all fishing vessels. So what I'm saying, the different cause. The still tide mirror needed to be... Did it need... there's too many things. There's too many things. I think I'm already on the wrong path here. What am I trying to find right now? I'm looking for the Forsaken Fish Curse talks. Nope. Does this one mention it? Alright. Unbind my seal vision from the depths with the iron box. That's how we get the... I think that is just getting the Forsaken Fish. Offer the still tide mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. I don't know if that means the sacrifice needs to bequeath it, or just that it's the mirror that belonged to the sacrifice. I mean, I think it's weird that that Mari didn't, like, do the correct order of things. When was the rumbling of the sea? That... God, I think Wakamura mentioned that happened before the incident. Did it? Because if it was an action... God damn it. God damn it. Because, like, I know there was a rumbling at sea before these, like, current events were happening. The rumbling of the... No. That day, there was a rumbling over the sea since the early morning. Couldn't that have been the underlying cause of the disaster? That seems not like anything. That doesn't sound right to me. It really doesn't. I'm afraid you have things backwards, Yuza. That rumbling was not the cause, but rather a side effect of what occurred that day. Right, guess I got carried away. But wait! It's not what I meant to say. There's something else I realized after reading the report about the Kameshima Southern Sea disaster. We're all here... Well, actually, I have something else to say. Saying there's another suspect is also weird, because we already implied that a suspect is someone on the boats. There's another suspect. And that person was on board the, Omemaru. Right? I remember reading that the identity of one of the passengers aboard the Omemaru... Alright. I did kind of get to that already, but I wasn't sure if that's what they meant. Yeah, the unknown suspect. I remember reading that the identity of one of the passengers aboard the Omemaru was unknown. But also, like, to be fair... The conversation went in a weird direction there. Maru wasn't the curse bearer. Who else could it have been? I haven't figured that out yet. So they already, like, implied someone out at sea was the curse bearer. Or was, like, someone important. So then, like, Yuza comes in with... There's... I have a theory. Okay, I guess it kind of does make sense with the, like, logic, but I don't know. Having a theory is, I feel like, a much more loaded thing to say, instead of just, out of everyone that was on, in those reports, there was one unknown individual. But, like, I did get to that point from the report. It just seemed weird. I don't know, I'm just stupid, I'm sorry. I remember reading that the identity of one of the passengers aboard the Omemaru was unknown. Couldn't they have been the curse bearer? Interesting. Is it really that interesting? Well, Mr. Wakamura, what do you know of this mysterious individual? The Omemaru? That was Yukeji Nishikawa's boat. As I recall, according to the departure declaration, the Omemaru had taken someone on board, someone in business on the mainland who had research to do. But as no name was given, no one had a clue who they were. Oh, I thought the point of these declarations was to keep a record in case of an accident. Sounds to me like someone was careless. Or someone threw enough money around. Can't deny that. So this passenger was never identified? No, but mind you, eyewitnesses report say that when the Omemaru set sail that day, the captain was alone on board. So maybe he picked them up from the mainland, or maybe they never boarded to begin with, who's to say? But do you think it's possible this person could have been the curse bearer? Could be. If it wasn't Mare, it'd make for a hell of a coincidence, though. Unfortunately, since this Nishikawa fellow isn't around, there's no way to find out. I overcomplicated that a lot. I was just like, I don't know, I was convinced for some reason that, like, Yuza was going off of a different thing. I think, too, with Yumeko saying that, like, something doesn't make sense. Or I guess that was when I said the wrong thing. No, I mean, yeah, the conversation was really straightforward about just... I'm just dumb. Can we talk to you yet? Where shall we begin? It's about Yuza. But before you go, I have one last question to ask you, Yuza. I'm not going yet, though. Oh, and what would that be? Well, how should I put this? It's a delicate subject. Mind if I have a private word? Huh? Oh, Soto doesn't even get to be involved? So, what did you want to talk about? Just so we're clear, if you're looking to grow pearls, I don't know anything about that. What? That would require delicate handling, but that's not what I meant. Yuza, when you got caught in that disaster 5 years ago, did you by chance encounter a mermaid? Huh? I did. I mean, we basically know that lying's not a great option when it comes to, like, the main characters. I did, but how did you know about that? Good of you to tell the truth. That makes this easier. As for how I know, that would be because it's the only possible explanation. Meaning... Come now, Yuza. A mermaid has cursed you with immortality. You're an 800-year immortal. What? Well, so far only a 5-year immortal, but you can't hide the truth from me. These eyes don't lie. I assume it occurred during the disaster 5 years ago. You must have nearly died. But then you were revived by a mermaid and made immortal. I want to know the logistics of that. Because as far as we know, we need a Tamadabaku to eat mermaid flesh, right? So, did they have one? Surely you must have realized this by now. Yeah. You got me. I'm an immortal boy with an undying body. Why did this happen to you, I wonder? I wish I knew. If you can tell me more about it, would you mind filling me in? I suppose that's only fair. What would you like to know? 800-year immortals? I feel like I should have asked more questions before we did this. Earlier you said a mermaid cursed me. What exactly did you mean by that? Just what it sounds like. For 800 years, you'll be incapable of aging or dying. What is that but a curse? Your very existence defies the laws of nature. You can hardly be termed human. You are now an anomalous being, something closer to a spirit. Though, for that matter, I'm in no position to talk. Huh? Still, I do feel sorry for you. What possessed her to curse you? A mere child. I should like to know. I mean, the leading theory would just be to save his life, I would assume. I always thought that mermaid saved my life. Was I wrong? Well, that depends on how you look at things. Personally, I wouldn't call what she did saving you at all. At the end of the day, she saddled you with an existence worse than death. Is it that terrible? It's only been 5 years. The people around you probably think you're a late bloomer. But give it another decade or two, and your static appearance will start to stand out. And should you ever meet with a would-be fatal accident in public, it's all over for you. If your immortal nature is exposed, you'll be bombarded with public scrutiny at best. At worst, you'll be captured and experimented on. Either way, from that moment on, you'll never be able to lead a normal life in human society again. But I did drown 5 times and nothing bad happened, so I think I'll be okay. Humans have always coveted immortality. Countless dream of it every day. Even today. Excuse me. But the reality is, only the first few decades of your existence are bound to be enjoyable. That's kind of a funny way to put it. Like, you know, immortality is fun for like 20 years, and then you realize maybe it's not so good. Man, those are some low detailed like lights or whatever to the like right. It's like it's very pixelated. It's only going to get harder for you as time goes on. Humans were never meant to live for hundreds of years. A lifespan that long is unendurable. I mean, you can endure it for like 800 years, and then you fade away. And speaking as a member of law enforcement, the existence of immortal beings must be kept hidden, or all sorts of problems can arise. Problems? Like what? Well, it's not easy to keep a lid on things these days, and it doesn't take much to incite a panic to start a war. Just last year, there was this ruckus over the right of resurrection, if you'll remember. Suffice to say, whenever I track down an 800-year immortal, I can't just leave them be. What are you saying? Are you gonna arrest me? Ordinarily, I would. Protocol dictates that I capture any 800-year immortals I find and seal them in an underground vault. That's the fate I was thinking of when I mentioned that being immortal is an existence worse than death. Yeah, that's an existence worse than death that could be avoided if you just didn't do that. Gah! Don't worry, I've got no intention of taking you anywhere just yet. You're a special case. The way I see it, you're essentially the victim here. Not to mention, I need your help breaking the curse of the raging waves. I feel like Sato is also somewhat the victim here. It's not like she wanted to eat mermaid flesh. So, it seems like we'll have to find a way to compromise. I don't know why, but you're looking for information about mermaids as well, right? I guess I'll ask you about those. I was wondering, does me being immortal have anything to do with my mom? I mean, is there any chance she could have been a mermaid? None whatsoever. Are we still confident? I don't know why I'm not believing it. They've given me every instance of saying that it's not possible. Ah. In all likelihood, you received your immortality from the mermaid Sobe. You see, Mari Minakuchi was a descendant of the clan that was tasked with escorting Sobe back to Ryogu. That much I'm certain of. Is that why she tried to break the curse of the raging waves 5 years ago? I can only assume so. However, as the seal over the entrance to Ryogu had yet to break, things didn't go as planned. Why would she try to do it so early? Does this mean Sobe could still be nearby? Maybe she's living in the sea around Kameshima. I'm afraid there's little chance of that. See, when the entrance to Ryogu was unsealed 3 months ago, Sobe would have been able to return home. Also, no, okay, so yeah, but we already kind of discussed that Sobe took a liking to humans, or at least to Mare. So I feel like at some point she would maybe want to make sure that Yuza's okay? She would have a reason to be shackled to the regular world. Maybe shackled is not the right word. To not want to leave it immediately. Potentially. Oh, well, I guess that means Mom's duty was fulfilled in the end. That's something, at least. Doomed everyone else, but whatever. Mermaids. Do you know of any way I can meet this mermaid? You don't give up easily, huh? Are you another mermaid fan? Another fan? Those foreigners who visited the island recently were also very keen on meeting a mermaid. Well, I mean, Yuza's not really part of the living, so he could totally go to Ryogu, right? Oh, you mean that author and his young guide? Sure do. You've spoken with them, I take it? No? I don't think he has? Actually, no, I never met them. But I saw them when I had that vision. Is that so? Well, all I can tell you is the same thing I told them. Meeting a mermaid is no longer possible. Does that mean there's no way to visit Ryogu either? The thing is, Ryogu is pretty close to what's typically referred to as the afterlife. You might say it's the space between our world and the land of the dead. And there's no way to travel there? None at all? Sorry, no, they'll just have to accept that. Legit, like, if he died for a minute, could he not go through whatever that, like, seal portal would be? I feel like that would work. Well, for starters, mermaids aren't meant to interfere in the lives of the mortals. Even their kind don't approve of that. Really? In fact, generally speaking, creating an 800-year immortal is flat out forbidden. Why were the three mermaids hanging out outside of Ryogu? To be, like, protected by Ise-Shima. Despite that, Sobe made you immortal. In other words, this mermaid went out of her way to place a curse on you. I guess that settles it. Her intent wasn't to save me after all. He's so upset. Why would a mermaid want to curse me? Exactly. I was hoping you'd be able to tell me what made her go that far. But it turns out you're just as clueless as I am. Yep. Then all we know for sure is that something happened between Sobe and your mother that day. Did Sobe not know that Mari got married and she got jealous? And that led to you being made immortal. Whether that was simply to save your life or for some other reason, there's unfortunately no way of knowing. Mermaids again. But I'm curious, what were you intending to do if you found a way to meet Sobe? Honestly, at first I just wanted to thank her for saving me, but also Yuza kind of thought that she might have been his mom. After what you've told me, that's changed. How so? Oh, you know what I just realized? Samakawa is still alive in this timeline. Well, now I'm more curious to hear about why she decided to make me an 800-year immortal, and what happened with my mom that day. Can't say I blame you. And I understand where you're coming from, but it just can't be done. Even if I can't meet her, isn't there some way I could learn the truth? Well, you can't ask her directly, or communicate with her in any way. But you know, I heard you have no memory of the incident 5 years ago, is that true? Huh? Well, yeah, the doctors reckon it's because of the shock. Even my memories of meeting a mermaid are really hazy. Then isn't it possible Sobe told you something that day? Is it? If so, the memory of what you heard must be buried in the depths of your subconscious. I mean, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch to just assume that, but it is, like, still a possibility, I suppose. If I can find a way to remember it, but I wouldn't even know how to start. Where would I find my memory of a mermaid? Recollection! I don't know. The only piece of advice I have for you is to think back. Delve into your memories and score them from corner to corner. Can I just... Interesting. I don't know how we would go about that. Was there any point... I mean, at a point we had to have had a flashback. Was that when we were talking to Azami on the boat? Think about it. You must have encountered Sobe before. All you need to do is locate your memory of that time. There's something else that's been bugging me. Can mermaids... Okay, wait. I had a brain blast fucking moment. I don't know if it's going to work out, though. Can mermaids create 800-year immortals at will? As in, you don't really have to eat their flesh? Actually, you do. You can't become immortal without ingesting a bit of mermaid flesh, even if it's a tiny piece. However, it's not as simple as cutting off a slice. Mermaid flesh withers away the moment it's severed and loses all its efficacy. In order for a mermaid to create an immortal of her own volition, she would have to allow a human to bite her directly. How could that happen without the human's consent? I mean, I was barely conscious when I became an undead boy. I mean, an 800-year immortal. Like I said, even the tiniest piece, a mere scrap of their tail, would do the trick. Would a scale be enough? You can move someone's jaw while they were unconscious and get them to bite. It's not impossible. Oh, damn. I guess it was a lot more forceful than I was imagining. So all you have to do is bite a living mermaid and you become immortal? Pretty much, though I assume few mermaids would consent to that. So that's how it works. I'd imagine you have to also swallow it, too. But if the flesh has been severed, ingesting it wouldn't extend your lifespan at all, huh? That's right, ordinarily anyway, except for if you have the box. Ordinarily? You mean there's an exception? If a mermaid's flesh is cut within the confines of Ryogu, it won't wither away, it just grows back. Huh. What does that mean? Well, I've got you here. I guess I might as well ask. Is there no way to reverse immortality? What does that... Like, what purpose does that mean? What if the flesh has been severed, ingesting it wouldn't extend your lifespan at all, huh? What does it mean? Like, it grows... So, like, if you bite into a mermaid outside of Ryogu, I guess it's still flesh that's being taken off. If a mermaid cuts their flesh in Ryogu, though, I guess they heal up and then that flesh is useful? Which Sobe could have gone to Ryogu and then came back to save Yuza, or curse him if that's what we're implying. Is there no way to reverse immortality? I feel like Sato might know a way, somehow. He wouldn't be the first 800-year immortal to seek that possibility. But unfortunately, the answer is no. It seems weird if Sato's plan really is to just extend her immortality. I can't really imagine that that's going to be the best solution, since we're already discussing that immortality is a curse. The moment you become immortal, you lose your immortal form for good. Would... I mean... Oh, God. I still don't fully understand the logistics of any of it, because you lose your mortal form, you get like a fake body, maybe Yumeko gets into it. I see. Is there no way for an 800-year immortal to die, other than by waiting for their lifespan to end? No, it is simply impossible. That is what makes it a curse. Not that I want to experiment, but what would happen if, say... I threw my body into a furnace or a vat of acid? Yeah, who would experiment? The instant it resulted in death, you would begin to reform, starting from the part of you with the largest remaining piece of your heart. Every other part of you would then vanish. No matter how beyond repair your body becomes, it will be healed when you resurrect. I see. On the other hand, you won't be healed if your injuries aren't fatal, no matter how badly hurt you are. For example, taking the furnace scenario you mentioned. If your body remained in the furnace after you resurrect it, you would burn to death again, then revive again, and so on, in an endless cycle. How would that really work, though? Because when you're, like, regenerating, wouldn't parts of your body still, like, burn away? All while fully conscious. Shit, sounds like hell. My advice, be very careful not to fall into any bottomless pits. Right, I'll be sure to keep that in mind if I ever go near one. By the way, you mentioned I'd resurrect from the part around my heart. Does that mean that if my head was cut off, only my body would regenerate? Yeah. Well, yes, that should be the case. But what would happen to my consciousness, my memories, my thoughts? All of that is stored in the brain, isn't it? That's a tough one. Are we saying that that's what came back in time to give Yuza information? As I mentioned, every part of you except the one that resurrects will vanish. So it seems likely that everything inside your head, including your consciousness, would vanish too. Because what do we have? The parts of the body are like the spirit, mind, and body, or something like that. So the spirit is trapped in the immortal body that's like a fake body. But if the mind is part of the head, then the decapitation would possibly lead that to being able to wander off? I mean, we'll get into details about that, but I think that might be what is happening right now. So it seems likely that everything inside your head, including your consciousness, would vanish too. That can happen? Does that mean my regenerated body would have an entirely new consciousness? Well, it seems 800-year immortals do sometimes have fuzzy memories after they resurrect. But I've never known anyone who tried what you're describing. It's possible your consciousness would be reinstated, carried over just as it was before. I mean, that would also kind of explain in a way why the ghost we saw in the water was Yuza as well. Though it's equally possible that it would be divided, or become a new entity. There's no way to know unless you decide to test it out yourself. Divide it, huh? I mean, that's definitely what's being implied right now. Look, I wish I could make this easier on you, but there's nothing I can do. Yeah. Still, so long as you stay put on this island and keep a low profile, I'm prepared to leave you be. You've managed to keep your immortality a secret for 5 years now, after all. 5 years is not that much time for what would amount to a long time to potentially just, grow complacent and let it slip accidentally. Thank you. Accidents happen, and 800 years, it's bound to happen. Thank you. I swear I'll do everything in my power not to get found out, so please, don't arrest me. Alright then, we'd better head back, or your friend will start to wonder what's happened to you. Right, thanks for answering my questions. I have more questions though, we're not gonna end this, right? Welcome back, everything okay, Yuza? No, it's not great. Of course, if it wasn't, I'd have had to make a dramatic entrance. Haha, glad to see your usual oddball self. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Let's talk again. About breaking the curse. 400 years ago, an Onmyoji sealed the entrance to Ryogu in an attempt to contain the curse of the raging waves, and left behind instructions as to how the curse could be broken over 500 years after 400 years had elapsed. There are 3 steps that must be followed. Just 3, huh? Okay, we read these. That should be the wording if I remember correctly. Let's consider each of the steps in turn. First, as to the iron box that refers to the container in which these instructions were kept. It surfaced when the entrance to Ryogu was unsealed. That's weird though, right? So it had to have been unsealed for the way to actually stop the raging waves to occur. First, thou must unbind my seal risen from the depths with the iron box. It stands to reason that the seal mentioned in the first step must also have appeared somewhere. What is this seal anyway? It's the Onmyoji's own symbol, the same symbol used to seal the entrance to Ryogu. Okay. This is what it looks like. I expect you'll find a mark identical to this one on this map somewhere on the seafloor. Wonder if that was on the seafloor and I never saw it. The marked location is likely the sanctuary mentioned in the second step. It should be in the vicinity of Kameshima. That would make it somewhere near the place where I went diving this morning. So I saw the Forsaken Fish. And I saw the hole where I don't think I saw the actual thing. I didn't see anything like that. We're gonna have to go back. I don't remember seeing a seal anywhere. Maybe you'd better search again, just to be sure. Agreed, this is our best lead, and that area would be the most likely place to discover it. Guess this calls for another diving trip then, huh? That may be, but let's discuss the remaining steps first. The second step centers around the still-tide mirror, bequeathed by the sacrifice. That's got to be the mirror Maru Minakuchi found, which we have just retrieved from the shrine in the bay. From what I heard, that mirror is what's been holding the curse in check all these years. That's right, and now it must be offered to the sanctuary. The former site of the Ise-Shima sanctuary should lie in that area. Perhaps that is the location we seek. In that case, I reckon the hole where I encountered the Tamakazuki is the most likely spot. So the symbol was there then? After all, it only appeared a few months back. I can't think of anywhere else it would be. That does seem likely. The only problem is, there's no way through. Huh? How's that? Well, there's a powerful current in there. Go in too far and it'll drag you down to the depths in an instant. Well, I'm not saying that someone here might be able to do that. I mean, it's probably going to be very painful from what Sato has said about drowning, but I'm just saying someone might be able to. Yeah, Yumeko also thinks that. That does not strike me as a natural phenomenon. It is possible the sanctuary lies within. And perhaps one must have the still-tide mirror in hand to pass through safely. That makes sense. Then it seems the way forward is clear as far as the first 2 steps are concerned. Right, that just leaves the third. The final instruction stipulates that a descendant of the Ise-Shima Islanders must carry out these tasks. Meaning you, Yuza. So that's why I was called here, huh? First, I'll need to find the seal on the seafloor and unbind it. After that, all that's left is to take the Siltide mirror through the hole and offer it to the sanctuary. We're counting on you, Yuza. If you pull this off, the curse of the raging waves should be broken for good. Let's hop to it then. I'll take you out in the boat. Thanks, Azami. Sounds like this is a job for the patron saint of diving. The patron saint? Who are you talking about? Oh, don't worry about it. It's a private joke. Wait, Wakamura still had something to say. It's probably not important. Well, I dare say that covers everything we needed to discuss. It's time the 2 of you were on your way. That curse won't break itself. Come on, Yuza. The future of Kameshima is riding on you. Right, I'll do everything I can. Minakuchi Yuza. If you end this curse, I'll see to it that the rumors about you go away and that you're hailed as the hero of Kameshima. So get it done. Also, maybe, like, say my mom doesn't suck. That would help, too. You hear that, Yuza? This is a chance to clear your name for good. Sounds like a fair deal. You can count on me, Mr. Wakamura. Oh, we're going straight into fishing. Ready to roll, Yuza? You got the bronze mirror with you? Yep, I've got it right here. Ready when you are. Guess you'd better start by finding the seal that needs to be unbound or whatever. Right, I'll start by searching the area around the hole I found last time. Good luck, Yuza. I'll be waiting right here. My diving rank. Thank God I have that still. Oh, let's check my gathering log. What have I gathered so far? Anything good? I got a lot of, like, small fish. Although harvestable in-game, the fishing season for Ise lobsters only began in October. Damn. Good to know. Did I miss my chance with anything here? I guess me not actually knowing where it is doesn't matter too much if we're going to be searching for it right now. I already forgot how to play. I'm not going to, if I can help it, I will try to not drown. You think it would be on the ground? Well, there's that. I guess it would be that. Like, I don't think there's really much options unless if... Oh, that was on the other side. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be it. There was probably a chance for me to see this and be like, well, I don't know what that's about. Good thing I have a strong skill set in doing this. I got a critical hit. Okay, I guess I'll surface for now. This should technically mean we can dive into the hole. Good thing I had the vision cone. Gathering complete. No score, damn. Let's talk to my boy. That seal's been dealt with, but have you taken another look at that hole you found yet? No, I know, I get you, man. I just wanted to say I love you, you know? That's not a sticker. Alright. Good thing I maxed out my stats, you know? Maybe I should grab some stuff so that I can, like, offer it to Ryogu. Good, looks like that powerful current has receded. I should be able to make it through now. Only one way to find out. I guess it didn't really matter if I came back here. Hey, this is where we see the storyteller. Let me think about things. Is there a... There should be a sticker down here. This place feels vaguely familiar. Have I been here before? Maybe I'm just imagining things. We don't have, to worry about breathing. I think this would be a great spot to find a sticker. I'm surprised this isn't its own chapter. There's a tunnel here. Is this the right way? I would hope so. Also, there's like other stuff we still need to do. There's an open space here, but it's pitch dark. Could this be the sanctuary? Good thing I brought my flashlight. Let's see. I'm gonna think first. Oh, I see that. It's awfully dark, but I see it. Too dark to see anything, but I can feel a presence here. Maybe I should try switching on my flashlight. I want to see if anything's noticeable in the pitch darkness. Alright, lights on. There, now I can see. Time to have a good look around. Left. This would be the left of the entrance, I think. Nothing here, though. This would be the floor. There's lots of puddles on the floor. I'd better watch my step. These stickers down here. Behind. If I turn around, all I can see is the way I came through. I'm trying my best to avoid looking at the thing that's going to be important. It's hard to get my bearings, but I think this is the right. Nothing here but a wall. Deeper. This way should take me further in, That stone archway over there, could that be the entrance to Ryogu? I should take a closer look. Is that a sticker? So there is something else that I'm really hope we need to continue on, but I have a theory about where we might be able to find Sobe. Huh? That's weird. I felt a presence just now, but it's like it vanished the second I switched on my flashlight. From what I saw, the space up ahead doesn't look all that big. I should head in and take a good look around. Assuming the presence is further ahead then. Oh, I see it. I saw it for an instance. So technically that's not necessarily the forsaken fish. That's just a mermaid. Alright, proceed. This is kind of spooky. A stone archway. It could be the entrance to Ryogu. But nothing happens when I go near it. I guess humans really can't travel there after all. So all I need to do is break the curse is leaving the bronze mirror here, right? I guess also if we take into account that this spirit might have been Sobe, this would be the time when we could have maybe I should try making an offering of the mirror near the archway. Hold off for now. I'm still not sure if this is right. Lights off. I definitely can't see it from here. Ah! The second I turn my flashlight off, I start to sense that presence again. I can just figure out what direction this sensation's coming from. Yeah, it's like right in front of me. Lights on, baby. Whoa! Ah, what the hell was that? Let me think about this. Holy shit, that nearly gave me a heart attack. Is that the presence I've been sensing all this time? Wait a minute, is that the mermaid Hayashi? Not in the flesh, but a, what's it called? A curse echo? Like the imprint of a curse? Oh, what if this mermaid's echo indicates the presence of the curse? If so, now's my chance to offer up the still-tide mirror. I mean, if it is Hayashi, wouldn't that indicate that if I got close, I would be turned into a fish freak, and being an immortal fish freak does not sound like a great idea? Hold off for now. No, I shouldn't rush this. I've got to keep a cool head. I'm out of here. What? Can I leave? It really makes me think that this isn't a good idea. I don't think I can, so... I mean, I also thought it was kind of weird that we didn't need the Forsaken Fish. What's the mermaid echo indicates the presence of the curse? I'll offer the mirror and see what happens. Now, curse of the raging waves, heed my call and trouble us no more. I mean, I guess I'm okay. Ah, there you are. Good work out there. We felt the moment you pulled it off. Is it really that simple? The curse of the raging waves is gone for good, and it's all thanks to you. Indeed, a job well done. The curse aura that once enveloped the island has faded without a trace. Really? Phew, I don't believe... This seems too... simple. We sure couldn't tell, but it turns out it worked. You hear that, Yuza? You did it! Yeah, now we can finally relax. Well, that is certainly one problem taken care of. Now my assistant and I can focus on another issue that requires our attention. Already? Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate. Naturally, our convenience is of little concern to the paranormal. There you are! I've been looking all over for you! Huh? Oh hey, Tsukasa, what's up? Not you, I'm talking to Miss Shiki. There's a call for you over at the station, ma'am. A call? I suppose this must be a police matter. Understood, I'll head over there right away. You'll have to excuse us, but if there's anything else, feel free to contact me. I will, thanks for everything. So, Spill, what happened with the curse? It's gone, Yuza ended it. Yay! Nice one, Yuza. You know, I reckon I've got a knack for this. Maybe I'll go into the curse-breaking business. Hit me up if you need any other curses broken. Haha, you never know. That might be your true calling. Maybe it suits you even better than being an Amadiver. Have you seen my rank, Tsukasa? Come to think of it, we'd better let Old Man Wakamura know how it all went down. Where'd he get off to anyway? Don't ask me. Maybe he went home? Probably. How about it, Yuza? Want to go see him? Yeah, okay, I suppose we did make that deal. But it can wait till after I've had a chance to change clothes and take a breather. I'm beat. Alright, so he's going home. Fair enough, guess it's not like there's any hurry, huh? In the meantime, I'll go work on the boat. Let's meet up later, yeah? As for me, I'll track down Sato and Tsuyu and fill them in. Later! Several hours later. By the way, Yuza, you haven't given up on finding that mermaid, have you? Any new leads? Sort of. Mrs. Shiki shared some information with me earlier when she pulled me aside. Really? Oh, I guess experts on the supernatural would know about mermaids too, huh? So what did she say? Did you find out what you have to do to meet one? Actually, it turns out that the mermaid who saved me isn't in this world anymore. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? It means she's gone back to Ryogu, to the world beyond. Apparently it's a place between this world and the world of the dead. Wait, really? Does that mean mermaids aren't from our world? I guess not. Well, sounds like you've hit a dead end. Hey, Mr. Wakamura, you in? We've come to tell you the good news. Yuza did it. He broke the curse, so you'd better keep up your end of the deal. Is Wakamura dead? Maybe he didn't hear you? Hey, anyone home? I'm coming in. Huh? The door's already open. That's weird. Mr. Wakamura? Wakamura's a mermaid. What the? Ah, Mr. Wakamura, don't tell me he's... That's a big gash. I don't believe it. That wound, did a curse cause it? But we ended the curse, didn't we? Not that curse. I guess that has to happen? Okay, I don't know if it'll work out based on what's happening right now. This was kind of my theory, because I was thinking about this earlier. If we return to the title... There's a mermaid right here, and the portal. Can we talk to you? I think this is a big brain idea. I think this is big brain of me. I think this would have been a great way to do things. Because, like, I would presume this has to be Ryogu then. This is the archway we saw in the portal. This would be a chance to talk to them. But... I think doing that, like, right here doesn't quite make sense. So potentially maybe it comes up later. Am I missing something with Sato? That I could do to actually proceed with that? I feel like we just don't know enough about it. Maybe if I can get to the talking... Something I want to do... I don't remember when we had a real flashback. We didn't have a flashback in You Leave. We resume here. What does this do for us? Look. Oh, fuck. I don't think I feel strong enough about trying to find a flashback to, proceed with that. We have other options.